go back to the 90s and the SETI project, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, right? So this was the first really use, or one of the very first uses of everyone can download the SETI software and join the network. And so you can donate your CPU, donate your computer power to sort through radio frequencies. So I've said and I've indicated that this is how Satoshi slipped in to our world, is through the SETI project, because all these projects, as I've said, are two-way. So we're out there searching through radio frequencies, and little did we know that this meme or this idea or this quantum idea slipped in through the SETI project and infected people's minds, like Adam Back and others and everyone else who was working on digital scarcity. And then they all coalesced and they crystallized and they had the insight. That's why Satoshi is anonymous, because it's an alien being that came in through the SETI project and kind of snuck, like a parasite, snuck onto people's hard drives without them knowing it, and started to influence their behavior. And then the white paper came out, and that was the hard result of this. And then the actual software dropped. So this is an alien project. It became, obviously, Bitcoin at around block 300,000 became self-aware. I think that's something I noticed. And now it's basically taking over. Bitcoin's working for humans. It's pro-humanity, as was said this past week by none other than somebody famous.
That was
Paul Tudor Jones.
Paul Tudor Jones.
Paul Tudor Jones said Bitcoin was pro-humanity. And that's exactly right. Artificial intelligence is anti-humanity. And AI and Bitcoin are both competing for the same limited source of energy, some limited amount of energy. So you could say. And so, yeah, I mean, the battle lines have been drawn.
They're basically developing more human-like artificial intelligence systems. So this is what they seem to be aiming for, is human-like artificial intelligence.
Right, and humans are becoming more robotic in their nature. They're becoming more reflexive.
Sure.
And more like Pavlov Dogian, where if you go on cable news and you shout something, you get an automatic, robotic, non-conscious response, as humanity turns into a quivering bowl of exposed nerves without reason. And artificial intelligence develops robots that are now running the world and using humans as batteries. And right. Well, don't forget, there's the third part to that triptych, and that would be the Holy Ghost, right? It's the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Yeah. And the Holy Ghost is, in the Bitcoin world, is the code that slipped in through the SETI project in the 1990s onto some various hard drives, and then came eventually to the white paper, and then the Genesis block.
First infected the cypherpunks.
Yeah, and they call it the Genesis block, right? So that's one of the keys, that it's the Holy Ghost that's part of the Catholic trilogy that goes back to the Revelation. And Michelangelo, if you look closely at the Sistine Chapel, when God touches the hand of man, there's been some studies. If you look very, very, very closely, you see a private key is right there encoded. It's all mathematically depicted. It's one big depiction of a code of a private key.